And here we are, Federation Square, Grand Final Eve 2019. I'm Robert Winstone, joined by Blue Abroad, Terry Dehghani. How you going, bud?
Good, mate. I'm good. Very exciting times. How are you going, more importantly?
I'm pretty pumped up, mate. I've just come from the Grand Final parade up on Collins Street and Spring Street, mate. I saw all the boys, Dusty, got the fresh hair on, and Lynch was looking ominous, and they're looking very, very confident in the Richmond. What a fantastic day it is today. Just, this is the essence of football. This is what it's all about. This is what we dream. This is sort of the boyhood dream. Our team's being in the big dance. Finally, after 31 and a half years for myself, it's actually happening. I'm going to the grand final.
Your team's been in. I'm a Giant tomorrow, mate. I'm a Greater Western Sydney Giant, so...
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I like you in a minute, mate, but that's all right. Look, we can choose to love to hate each other, but I think, look, for mine, it's going to be huge. Richmond, massive fan base, 70,000 members, probably 10,000 GWS supporters. How do we see this one going tomorrow, Terry?
Look, it's the ultimate battle of the contrasting styles, isn't it? You got Richmond. You guys like to keep the ball in play. You generate that through turnover. The ball's got to be live for you guys to be at your best. Whereas the Giants like to create stoppages, and so they're a bit of a relentless side. The more stoppages, the better it is for them. So it's just a matter of which style prevails tomorrow. You'd think, I hope more than what I think. I just hope for a good game. But I think the Giants' ability to create multiple stoppages will make it a good game. Now, whether or not they can actually beat you guys, I don't know, because you do have a proven system that's stood the test of time in finals, especially in grand finals. So we'll see what happens.
It's going to be interesting, mate. And what about the rack battle? Richmond, they brought in young Solder, only 22 years of age in the last sort of 10 years. Yep. Really high at the AFL level, and obviously our main man, Nank the Tank Curvis, he's huge. And obviously you got the big mummy, Shane Mumford. He's mummified a few blokes over his time. He retired, he came back, and here he's in the big dance. Could it be the ultimate fairy tale for the big giant?
Yeah, well, he's got experience, doesn't he? He's a physical specimen. He likes to play that way. He's made it very well known, and he's got a bit of revenge to get on Dusty after that gesture that Dusty made to him early in the season, mate. So I'm hoping for some bodies to go flying.
Fantastic. And what about the midfield battle? Richmond. Look, I can roll off the names: Cochin, Dustin Martin, Lambert. You throw Shane Edwards into the mix. There's a ton of players that can go through there. Even a Brandon Ellis. What about for the Giants? You've probably watched them more closely than I have in 2019. Name some names that could potentially worry the Tigers midfield.
Oh, they've got no shortage of star power. I know you guys obviously have a pretty deep list with role players, and I think the Giants probably have. If you look at all their stars, they're at a very, very, very high level when they're at their best. Guys like Kelly Whitfield, Williams, even when Toby Green goes in there, he's a guy that's able to sort of go and get you 30 touches, and he can also go and kick 3-4 goals. So I've got my eye firmly planted on Toby Green. Hopefully he can collect some eyeballs for us and bring home an Orange City. Yeah,
certainly. And Toby Green, he's had the week off, so he'll be certainly fresh. So what's your final margin? I know you're going to tip the Giants. By how much?
Giants by 2 points in a cracking grand final.
In a cracking grand final. Well, I hope you're wrong, mate. For mine, I've watched the Tigers extremely closely all year. They've won 11 in a row. The system really, you can bring any soldier. When I say soldier, I mean player coming in from the VFL system. They've just won the VFL grand final over Williamstown 5 days ago. All guns blazing. In comes Marlon Pickett. What a story. Young gun. He was in jail about 7 years ago. He's come across from the Waffle. He was best on ground last year in the Waffle Grand Final. Best on ground in the VFL Grand Final last week. And now here he finds himself playing his first AFL game in a grand final. It's stuff made of Hollywood, mate. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a fascinating story for him and his family. Yeah. And obviously for the Richmond Footy Club, but I'm hoping that it plays into the hands of the Giants. It's a high risk, high reward type selection, isn't it? I thought Stack might have been able to get up, but as you said, you've watched the Tigers a lot more than me, so I'm not really sure who is in better form or whatnot. But good luck to him.
Fantastic. And look, for mine, Tigers 6 goals. I think Giants competitive early, but I think we will run away with it. Just based on experience and the fact that we've won 11 in a row. Going for Matty Richardson's number 12, so that could be an ominous sign. And nothing...
Sorry, mate, I can't hear you. There's this big sound from...
Oh! Here we go. Look, Terry, mate, Blue Abroad keeps... if you guys aren't aware, Terry Dehghani's the founder of Blue Abroad. He's a passionate Carlton supporter, and he's really trying to engage all the fans. He's trying to was that 17th flag, and because they're no good at the minute, he's sort of building towards that ominous 17th flag, mate. So you're doing a great job with it. Great online contact with you and Dan Williams. And yeah, make sure you check it out on YouTube, Instagram, all the following sort of social media outlets, Twitter. Check him out. It's great stuff. And just one last one. How's it all going for you, mate?
Oh, it's going well. Building a nice community there, and as you said, we're riding the wave of the Blues. So we've been pretty poor for the last few years, and the channel's been alive since the start of 2018. So I think once the boys start winning, the channel will start growing. But it's good fun.
Great stuff, mate. 24 years since your last flag, mate. So good luck on the 17th.
Enjoy, mate. Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thanks, mate. Beautiful.
That's great.
Good stuff, man.
That is great.